you guys, we're back once again, and this is just a quick overview of some more things you might want to have. Now this is my book that I use. Now method books are very important to the music making process. A lot of people are double-sided on method books, and they think that, you know, method books are going to keep you in this mode of thinking where it has to be by the book. Now music does not always have to be by the book. Some of the best musicians don't know how to read a lick of music. I believe Paul McCartney was a trumpet player, and he doesn't know how to read music, but he was good when it came to performing the music. So you know, it's all about really trying to be the best musicians you can possibly be, and that means you have to get both sides of the spectrum under your belt. So here's the method book. This is the one that this is actually the third edition of the Standards of Excellence book, but there is a first edition of this book and there's a second edition of this book. The first edition is red, the second edition is blue, this is the third edition. The first edition pretty much goes by the beginner stuff, the bare mineral stuff, you know, the basics that you need to know how to play saxophone. I will teach you those basics. You don't necessarily need it unless you want to go through some sight reading, which is probably when you want to go ahead and get that. But this is the books that I started with, Standards of Excellence. Now you don't have to get these books, but these are the ones that I'm pretty much going to go by. And I'm pretty much not going to pull out of this book, but this is just what it looks like. And what these books entail are, you know, a lesson plan where you want to, you know, go ahead and learn some stuff. Here's just some exercises that you might want to go over. At the top they give you key concepts which are vital, you know, that you might want to keep with you at all times. You know, they have arrangements in here. They have keys in here to learn. Not only keys, they have scales. Also they have every fingering position that you need to know. Most of the time the fingering positions are in the back of the book, so the fingering charts go from the bottom note to the highest note on the register of the saxophone that's documented. Most people can find a bigger fingering chart online, but I'll teach you how to read these and everything like that. But yes, this is what you call a method book, and the method book basically tells you the bookwork of the instrument, the bookwork of music, the theory of it all. Basically, when you open it up first, when you have the beginner book, what you have is a history of the instrument, and I've already did that in the first episode, so you don't have to worry about that. But you also want to get one of these. So it's good to have a method book, and it's just a guide to go by just so you won't get behind. It pretty much nitpicks on and keeps you in the loop of theory as you're going about learning music, and it's always good to keep some theory under your belt because you never know what you need to know for bands. You know, you might want to get in the all-star band or all-county band or some big orchestra. You need to know theory. So it's very, very important. These are actually based off bands, so when you go in there you might see some two-part pieces for saxophone 1, saxophone 2. It doesn't really matter, just pick one and read from it. You really want to learn how to read this music, and I'll teach you some basics on how to do that, but for most of the part it's in your hands. It's just, you just learn by doing it. So this is Devin on Method Books, and stay tuned for the next episode of Project Sax in the free episodes. Okay, subscribe, and thank you for watching.